instead of me riding a wave of fame and motion, I'm trying to teach and heal and provide information, trying to just basically tell people, bro, who you were, who you are, who you become is 3 different people.
Oh, hi! You must be Joe Pitts, right?
Yeah, that's me.
What's this? Okay, so I'm gonna be in Miami for a whole week, so I figured I can make some money here while I'm gone. By turning your crib into a dewdrop inn?
Better hope he didn't make a spare house key.
Hey, babe.
Joe, what are you still doing here? What did you do to my house?
You like what I did with the place?
Joe had already printed off the contract, right? I know. Now, somehow he wrote that he's a long-term tenant and not short-term.
Like a roommate?
Good morning, Riley.
You gonna have to go down to the courthouse and file an eviction.
What about my home? What about my things? How am I supposed to sleep with a strange man in my house?
We've looked into Joe Pitts. He has no criminal record, not even a traffic ticket.
You so need to go shopping, babe.
So he's harmless.
You see how easily accidents can happen?
And I never saw that coming. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
And you just giving it back and it's coming right back to
Right
you.
back.
And it's the King TV Network. We are here, y'all.
Yeah.
Man, look, Milwaukee's in the building.
go.
Y'all gonna catch a little bit of that early stuff because that shit was just too good. I mean, he already ready to kick the game. Now, check it out, boss. Hey, I ain't
Talk
gonna,
to
come
me.
on, like he
Check
really
this out,
here. Real 414.
Yeah, too real, 414.
Come on.
Let's go.
Too real.
Too real, man.
414.
A little bit over honest, man.
Come on.
I'm just a little
How
bit
you
over
doing
honest,
today, man?
Listen, I'm great, man. I'm loving Cleveland, man. This one of my cities, man, that really jammed with me, and I'm a grateful, appreciative dude. Like,
Yeah.
I want to change the game anyway. Like, just really being humble, graceful, appreciative, man. I feel good, man, being especially on the west side of Cleveland.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes,
I've been
sir.
everywhere. I've been to the suburbs.
Come
I've
on.
been downtown, but
Come
I
on.
ain't been to the west side.
Come
man.
on.
I heard this the best side, man. Hey, man.
Hey, shout out to every part of Cleveland. Shout out to Uncle Joe. Shout out to your guy,
Yeah.
Playmaker. I have
KB.
not been able to meet you yet, but man, shout out to you for even thinking of me. Shout out to Uncle Joe, man. You know how we rocking, man.
Yes.
This needed to happen
Yes.
because he got game that young boys need to hear, and you know I'll clip out every piece of it. You know I will.
Yeah. Facts.
Where to start, man? A year ago, basically, 8 months, not even.
Yeah.
Now this doesn't happen in 8 months, right? No, you've been this person.
Yeah, been this person. Yeah.
So we gonna get to that. But you blew on the internet, specifically Instagram, because you had a following on Facebook, specifically Instagram 8 months ago, and YouTube. Now it's really getting busy.
Yeah.
You moving from state to state with it now. But what was it that just blew you up? Because there's some names that we gonna drop too.
Man, when I first started doing the videos, I turned my phone around, bro, and I just got to venting, just really just spacing out, speaking what I was feeling, and man, I wasn't thinking nothing. I'm just putting them out there. They just going. 500 views, 5,000 views, 2,000 views, just a little couple hundred likes. I ain't thinking nothing of it. I'm just, because I'm still grinding, doing parties, music. I'm doing everything in between. And then I did a video about be careful how you treat the little dog, because the little dog become the big dog one day. People forget what you did, they forget what you said, they never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou. And I said, why you think people get money and the first thing they do is pull up on their partners in the hood and stun on people who made them feel like nothing? So be careful how you treat the little dogs. The little dog become the big dog one day. Yeah. And when I put that video out, man, I woke up, I put it out like 5, 6 o'clock because I always pay attention to, I tell people when you go on your professional dashboard, you got to look at your analytics and see when the most people that's following you is on the internet. The most people that's following me on the internet was at 6 o'clock. So I posted it at 5:50. I woke up in the morning, it was at 500,000. Wallow was in my DM literally the next day.
Wow.
I only had about 10,000 followers at the time.
Come on.
And Wallow asked me for my number and just called me and just laced me like, hey, bro, you speaking some real life, man. Listen, this is a business. You can monetize this. You can get paid. And I'm like, for real? He like, yeah, man, look, this is my number. I'll be in your city in a couple months. I'm going to reach back out to you. Me being who I am, I didn't take nothing from it. I ain't think that. Because I see people go viral every day and nobody does nothing. You go viral, then go unviral.
Facts.
So I just kept putting out. I put out another video where I was talking about what a day one is. And I spoke on it to the sense of, I always thought a day one was one of my homies from the sandbox, a dude you grew up with, high school, K5, corners, you know, the dude you've been knowing since you was a little dude, little seed. And I had to realize that ain't a day one no more, because that dude that you grew up with in the sandbox, he done told on you, you forgave him. You know what I'm saying? He done backdoored you. He done hollered at your girl. He done did a lot of things to you, boss, that you done forgave him for.
Come on.
So I say now, a day one is a person that you met on day one up until now. He ain't switched up or he ain't changed on you. 100%. He been the same in public and private. That's what a day one is. I meet you today. A year from now, I get bigger and bigger. I'm always the same with you. I ain't never switching up. You're a day one.
Yeah.
Because from day one until now, you've been the same.
That's
not know this. So when I put that video out, bro, it was the most controversial video I ever had. It was people in the comments, because the psychological teach you, no, day one is my God knew from woo. But your God told on you, boss.
Yeah.
Your God backdoored you and ran to your crib, and you know he did.
Yeah.
You forgave him. Your God tried to holler at your girl when you was in jail.
Yeah.
He ain't look out for you. That's not a day one.
He said something and didn't follow through with it.
Because I met a dude 10 years ago in a cell and came, and he got out before me. The man put money on his phone, sent me my TV and my radio when I went to the joint. I came home, he took me out, he helped me get a job. He just was a real friend, never switched up.
Yeah.
It was times he wasn't even doing well. I started my clothing line, he had no money. Like, he literally was like, bro, I don't want nothing for free, I want to buy it.
Yeah.
While my day one thinking he supposed to get a jogger for free.
Come on.
Hey, bro, he supposed to get in the club for free. That's not support. Because the problem I learned is people always thinking that's, bro. I had a partner. He called me, bro, let me get a jogger, bro. The jogger $150. I give him the jogger for free. He come to the club to my events. I do events in my city. The nigga like, it's him and 6 dudes. It's $40 to get in. That's $240 plus the $150 for the jogger. I'm at $400 right now. He asked me, it's a session that I got reserved sign on. I'm trying to sell at, because that's how I make my money. I got 4 sold. There's 2 left. He like, bro, let's get in. Bro, let me get in that session. That session, I'm gonna make $600 off of. So right now, you add 400 plus 6. I'm at $1,000. If it costs me for you to support me, nigga, I don't want it.
Oh shit.
And that's the mindset
that's
you gotta
the fucking
have.
numbers,
if
y'all.
It costs to support me, I don't want it. I gotta
that's
pay
the real
you.
numbers, y'all. Y'all don't want to hear them numbers.
If I gotta pay,
y'all don't want to hear them numbers.
I don't want it.
Woo!
So it's like this.
That was chilly.
Yeah, this is what I be giving them, like, and I had to realize that in life, like, bro, I ain't finna pay you to support me, like, bro, you want too much stuff free. Supporting is, I don't care what it is, bro. You got them T-shirts lined at the table. If you my guy, I don't care if you want 40 for them. I got a dub. The fact that I even gave you a dub, you appreciate it.
Yes.
You might would have gave it to me for free, but I want to support you.
Yes.
I ain't coming to nobody establishment talking about what can I get for free or plan a relationships. This is a business.
Yes.
It's like even in this space, you know what I'm saying? This stuff costs. These lights cost. This space costs. All that. Bro, and I ain't asking for an arm and a leg, bro. You got to invest in what you believe in anyway. But how you going to say you support your partner, but you won't go get that shirt that's out there on that table.
Yeah.
But you will pull up on this other dude who got a little motion on social media, and his quality ain't even as good as yours. So it's like the mindset is what I'm trying to change with people.
100%.
So then my videos just started going viral, bro. Then everybody from Deion Sanders to E40 to Snoop Dogg, Master P, all these people posting me. I think I sent you some of the clips.
Yep, that's why I'm looking right now.
Just different people jamming in with me, bro, and it's been up since.
Mind you, this is our first time meeting, and we talked on the phone for the first time today. Like like when I say but I had to make this happen, y'all, because y'all know, like, y'all understand me by now. Like, y'all understand I don't sit down just to sit down. Like, we got to get this message across that these motherfuckers don't want us to know, y'all. So we got to continue to have these mindset shifts, man. And an individual like this comes, again, shout out to Uncle Joe. Individual come in like this, and it's just like, yeah, we gonna make it happen. So bear with me, y'all, because we gonna make this real, for real. All right. You could, oh man, so I got so many notes. Look, Now, speaking of clips, one of our guys, we got to meet him actually this time last year, Charlemagne the God. You actually have a clip of him on your page where he's signing your book. Now, you spoke to him. I do want to ask how that experience was, but then also like you spoke about your prison time and why and like how you had to overcome so much. And I kind of want you to speak on that as well, because there's so many of these kids locked up and just come out lost still.
Okay, so the book I had him sign was it was his actual book called Shook One.
Yep, Shook One.
And I had it when I was in prison. I came home and I brought it out. So I was in, shout out to Wallow, I was in Philly for the PodCon conference in Philly, and I told Tuma, which is the CEO of Rap Caviar, him and Leon Core, they got this thing going on with Spotify, YouTube. I'm sitting next to them. I got the book. He looked. I said, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to get Charlemagne to sign my book." And it was crazy because he like, "Oh, say no problem." So we went upstairs backstage. Charlemagne was already familiar.
What?
It told me up as soon as he told him, like, "Hey, bro," he said, "You be doing videos?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh man, yeah, let him up."
Really?
And he let me up backstage with him, and I told him, like, I was chopping it up with him, like, "Hey man, this book changed my perspective of you. So I thought you was a goofy. I thought you was a nigga like just shock value, like saying shit, being." But I said, "This really opened me up to your intellect," and I realized, like, damn, bro, you really pivot the conversation of black men need therapy. And I appreciate you for that.
That part.
Because that was one of the things.
Mental health, yes.
Mental health, because it's like he was the first dude talking about black men need to go sit down and have therapy, because that's really where we at right now in the world, because a lot of black people trouble people, trouble souls. So it was like when I was having that conversation with him, man, the experience was crazy, because he was down to earth and he was like, "Man, I love Milwaukee," because it's an old video of him about 12, 15 years ago. He was in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mill Street TV.
Shout out to them.
Kev was filming it, and he was in his truck in the back of the Tahoe, and he was shouting out Milwaukee. So he very familiar with the city and the culture. So it was good to be in the room with dude. And then from that experience, from there, that's how I basically, being in New York through my guy Big Folks and all them, got tapped right in with academics right after that.
Wow, man. Like, how did, like, when it happened, it happened. Like, this is 8 months ago. Like, when, like, how did you know you was ready? Like, how did you get ready? How did you prepare for all of this? And then when it started to happen, how did you not, like, get the big head? Because you still came in dolo humble. Like, how did you not let it just...
Well, you got to realize, on a local level in my city, from 1999, and I already had local fame. I experienced it all. And the thing about me is, I experienced being up high and then going to prison being low. Like, I experienced everybody celebrating me, loving me, because I was beneficial to them at the time. And I went to jail, lost it all, and realized I ain't never had nobody. So every time I had it and lost it and got it back, I understood what popularity is, what people messing with you because you got money, because you got a name. So I knew how that felt. You know what I'm saying? I'd attained $250,000 illegally. I'd have been in the streets all my life. I'd had cars, whips, had my teeth done for years. All they had, the buffs, the Cardis, the nice clothes. So I experienced that. So it's like now, when this come, it's like, okay, I already had this already. Not in the sense of a worldwide perspective, but I had recognition before, and I know what it leads to. So now, instead of me riding a wave of fame and motion, I'm trying to teach and heal and provide information, trying to just basically tell people, bro, who you were, who you are, who you become is 3 different people.
Ooh.
Because that's the thing about it, bro. Who you were, who you are, who you become is 3 different people. And so many people be so focused on the past version of you, and they try to consume you and hold you to that. And I tell people all the time, you got to fall in love with the new you.
Yeah.
You got to fall in love with the new version of you. And how I got ready is that it was more of a sense of understanding who I am and knowing that I had to be ready and already be ready, because I ain't got to get ready, because I was already ready for it. Like, I'm already in it. It's so natural, but I get it from the emotional standpoint of trying to handle it and conduct it, because a lot of dudes I watch dudes be big-headed when they get in positions.
Yep.
And what I learned is the reason why I'm so humble and where I am and grounded, because I despise a lot of things. And I tell people all the time, you got to be careful what you despise the most in people, or you will become what you despise the most in people.
Shit.
And that's just
You
me
can't
being
fix
real.
it, because whatever you fixate on
Yeah.
will become what you are.
You become what you are. So, like,
Subconsciously, not even if you...
not even knowing it. Nigga, you hit it right on the point. So my mindset is like, okay, I ain't gonna be like this. I ain't gonna be like that. Okay, these niggas be acting like this. But
Yeah.
I can't be like that. So what it is I be so down to earth and humble. I pulled up on one of my supporters from Cleveland, and he worked he worked at the car wash, the detail shop, and that man came on my live like 4 or 5 months ago, man, and he gave me a sermon about what my word did for him. He like, man, tears on the live, and I'm just looking at it like, man, I said I can't leave Cleveland without pulling up on him. I pulled up on him today. I'll show you the videos before I leave, man. The man seen me. I filmed it. He was just ecstatic. You know what I mean? The man hugged me for at least about 5-6 minutes.
Real shit.
Cause it's like, to me, the things I'm doing now is more about impact than numbers.
Yeah.
It's more about engagement than followers.
Yeah.
It's more about touching people, because I'm gonna tell you the real shit, bro. This was my mindset was. I said this about 6-7 years ago. I didn't know how this was gonna happen, but I was sitting in my cell and I said, man, God, I gotta figure out a way to do something that, okay, everybody talk about a legacy, and a legacy is cool, but I want to have something that I can leave here. So after they remove me, they can't remove it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what that was at the time. And I realized it's the videos.
Yep.
No matter when I'm gone, then it's going to be a case study on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the one-on-one. This is the church in the trenches. This is the dude you go listen to, because this video is going to live on, because it's in the clouds now.
Real shit.
So that's why I just go extra board. In 8 months, I got, if you look on my page, I got 917 videos. In 8 months. You know, that's an average of 100 videos a month.
That's, yeah.
I push out 3 a day.
Yeah, and it's you.
And it's me, just organically me.
That's the heavy hitter right there. That you're pushing the envelope in the conversation, and it's you. Not you and another person, you bouncing off ideas.
No.
It's, this is what I've been through, this is how I perceive life, and this is what I stand on.
Facts.
Now, you've had success 1999. Was it before then that you stood like that, or was it going through all that trials and tribulations to learn how to stand like that?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, I was going
We're going to get to the
I was going through things to know that I could stand through that, right? Like, I was going through a lot of things, and I was experiencing things, and I was, because, you know, I was always I was a team player, bro. I've been a team player my whole life. My thing is this, bro. I don't care about, we live in a time right now, bro, it's all about sayings. It's not about actions. And what I mean by that is people like, I don't care how we win. I don't care how we get the victory and all that. But really it do, because everybody be want to take the game winning shot.
Come on.
You coming down the court, you double team your man's wide open. You won't get him the alley hoop because you worried about having the game result. We so caught up in a recognition type of mindset to where we don't want to look at it like bro, the type of boss I am, and my homies, they'll tell you, like, they'll be like, dude, be keeping it too real. That's why they call me too real. I would never ask you to do nothing I want to do, boss. I don't care if me and you got the money and he ain't got the money. Bro, I'll go do the store run, boss. Hey, y'all, hey, what y'all need, bro? Y'all need something from the store? I'll go run that shit. I don't want him to feel less of, because even though we know he supposed to go, but I never asked a nigga to do something I won't do. So I always been like a team player. So when I was coming up, going through stuff, I used to experience just watching how everybody else move, and then going through my own stuff and be like, because there's been times there are people that took credit for stuff I done did. Yeah. And I just be like, man, this nigga. But I always feel like the universe will always reveal itself. So, man, bro, just being prepared, going through that from years, and just bumps, ups and downs, having my way, doing this and that. Like, bro, this, I keep telling people, everybody who listen, I feel different, man. I want them big checks, nigga. Them big checks. When I start seeing them big M's and the big checks, nigga, then you may see me pop some shit. But making a couple thousand here and there off a month, this and that, that's cool. Making 5-6 G's a month, just being you, that's cool. But nigga, I'm trying to make 50,000-60,000 a month.
Come on.
Then maybe I pop my shit a little more. But I'm humble because I want to be able to see $250,000 legally.
Yeah.
I did it the wrong way, so I'm trying to do it the right way, and that's when I'm pushing common sense and shit like that.
Real shit. Man, look, y'all know me. I do this for a whole hour with him, 2 hours, because I keep diving in. But I want to get to this, to the business, because he got some shit. He got some real motion. You got to understand, looking busy and having real motion is two different things. You can just be moving around all day long, but putting things in place and perspective is how you gain traction. So, the one thing your podcast, really speaking the podcast. Speak on what is that and where they can catch you at and when does it drop, all of those.
So really speaking of podcast, I came up with it because everybody wanted the extended conversation from me outside of the 1 minute clips. They like, bro, we need to, because I used to leave people in like thoughts like, man, I want him to elaborate on that. So people been pushing me to do the podcast. So I was like, and I always pay attention to like the supporters, the people who mess with me, and people who walk up to me on the streets. I looked in a lot of my comments, I looked at a lot of people that walked up to me that kept saying, bro, you really be talking that shit, bro. You really be, everything had really in front of it. Every time somebody saying something. So me being a person of the people and gravitating to what they, I say, you know what? I'm really speaking. Really speaking of podcasts, and then when I came up with the identification of what I mean by that is really speaking of podcasts is a podcast that's really speaking on real life issues and coming up with real solutions. Like
Come on, like you, like
it's not about the problem.
Solution based,
solution based, and therapeutic, healing, comfortable space where we can talk, but it's gonna be raw, uncut, and I gotta meet people where they at type of personality.
Come on,
I'm gonna meet you where you at.
Come on,
I ain't on no trying to be all polished.
Come on,
educational and all that informative. They don't want to hear that.
Nope.
They want to hear that. Hey, check this out, boss, nigga. You gotta understand the life that now they listening.
Yeah.
They get you get their attention. Then I always had the voice from doing music and rapping. They always told me like, bro, you got that voice that command people attention. So I knew I can gravitate and grab my audience just because that voice. It's like that. It's just like when you got your son and he acting crazy. The mama call you like, talk to your son. As soon as you say one thing, he just get in line because it's the voice, it's the presence. So yeah, man, just really speaking of podcasts. If you type it in on YouTube, Instagram, it'll pop up. I just started it probably like a couple months ago. I got some. I done piled up probably like kind of like what you were saying. I piled up some major episodes. I got an episode with Pippakin out right now. I got some stuff going on with Meech. Wallow told me whenever I'm ready, I can sit down with him. Like I got a lot of major stuff lined up, but I'm pushing I'm getting the numbers up, the monetize, all that stuff been going on because my Instagrams and my Facebook, all that's been monetized for months. So the business side is the most important side. Like, bro, I tell people all the time, like, the King Tiff Network, to me, first thing that's just me, not saying you didn't do it, but this would be an order for people who watch. The King Tiff Network, I'm going to get an LLC,
Teeth.
right? Teeth. The King Teeth Network, right? So I'm going to get an LLC.
Got that, yep.
And then I'm gonna register with the Articles of State. It's like my city is 175, I don't know what it is here. And then I'm gonna go right to a bank and I'm gonna open me a checking and a business account in that bank, right? And then what I'm gonna start doing is, even if it's my own money, I'm gonna set up a payroll for me, you, and him to where $500 a week is coming out of the business account going straight into your checking account. So now it's a payroll. So now say if I want to go get a house and they say, well, proof of income, I can go give them my check, pay stubs out of my checking account that's coming from my business account because my business account is under a name and my regular account is under my account. And now you're showing a income. Like me personally, I do $1,000 a week that go directly out of my business account, really speaking of podcast, to my regular account in the same bank, which is Javad. So what it is it's a payroll check that I'm getting paid for being my own employee. Wow. I didn't know I was saying that shit. Like, it was so normal for me. But niggas was seeing me in the streets, and then I remember I had a video, it had 100 comments, and it was like, hey, check this out, boss. And I'm thinking like, damn, that's the brand right there. I automatically thought it was brand because I'm business oriented. Like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, from doing music, rapping, I manage artists. Like I know all about the business, the tune, chord,
I felt
the
it on
sound
you. I
change.
just,
like
I met him today. I felt all of that on. I'm like, he got to meet this artist. Cause
I'm a business dude.
Come
I
on.
manage artists. I understand concept and business, right? And I understand patents and all
Yeah.
that. So when I seen 100 comments saying, "Hey, check this out, boss," and people walking to me up on the street saying that, I immediately went to my designer like, "Hey, bro, just take these words. Don't do A, do AYE. Hey, check this out, boss. He made me the logo. I sent it off to the U.S. patent back in like June or July last year. They sent that shit back probably like the beginning of March. Valid is mine. It's been mine by the app because some people think because it's 9 to 15 months. No, from the day you put the application in, anything you want to patent or trademark, the U.S. patent, you go through them, and it's a $350 application fee. But what I tell people is this: get on Google everything first, and make sure ain't nothing out here, because you'll lose your paper like that.
Absolutely.
But you need to have that because it's just like the dude from Philly, the rapper from Philly. He trademarked No Diddy. The one dude,
Millie Mills or something.
He trademarked No Diddy.
Shout out to him.
It's another dude that just had a viral video said, "I ain't fresh. Man, somebody took that, trademarked it. That's his. It's a dude in our city. Thank God he black. He trademarked the Kia Boys when they were stealing all the Kias. Like, you got to be on that.
Whoa.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's heavy.
Yeah, the Milwaukee versus everybody. Somebody trademarked that. It's just certain things you trademark because that's a big corporation of money. It might not be money now, but it'd be money later. So when I seen people saying that, I'm like, damn, because I always say that shit when I talk to people. It'd be when I used to be mad because the "Hey, check this out, boss" originated from when I was in prison, playing basketball with a nigga. A nigga called me a bitch on the court. I told everybody I quit, and I just waited in the day room for him. You know what I'm saying? I remember the nigga came in, and I was like, "Hey, check this out, boss. My room or your room?" And the nigga was like, nigga, we ain't got to go nowhere. And I just took off on him right there. And I never forget when I said it, I was mad. So when you see my videos, I'd be like, "Hey, check this out, boss." It'd be like, you can see that same energy. Because I'm really...
But you locking me in now.
I'm locking you in because I'm
didn't
addressing.
Reverse it. Oh, man. Transfer energy. Oh,
energy.
You didn't transfer it into a goat.
Because I'm going to be real with you. All my videos where I'm high volume like that, them motherfuckers be going up. Numbers, because it's a field thing. I learned that my followers have been connected with me through an emotional journey, like impactful through their soul. Like I touch niggas and they be like, "Damn, bro, be saying some real ass shit," and then I make people understand how to apply that shit, bro. So it's really like my book, Church in the Trenches, is completely done. I'm waiting on the publishing and all that, and then I'm gonna drop it. So when I start doing all these podcasts and my tour,
and we need you back.
My book,
we need you back because we're gonna get you a whole full. Because it's deep in this, and I need more time, and we don't got it today. But what I do need to do is what we do here, because I think you're gonna kill these last two things we do here. It's called, the first one is the 3 values. The top 3 values you have as a person, and our last thing is called get it off your chest. We're gonna get there. But the first one, what is your top 3 values that you stand on? And just pick one and then why.
Well, the first thing I value on is family first. My kids included. The reason why, because end of the day, when it comes to my kids, bro, they're the only thing on earth that I ain't got to question if they truly love me. Yeah. Like we living in a time where genuine love is so hard to find, and love that doesn't have a motive. Because I personally feel if I come join y'all team right now, the first thing I'm asking myself is, how can I add value?
Yes.
The average person just asking themselves, how can I benefit? So I always tell people, how can I add value over how can I benefit is the way to be. So family first is one of the most important values. Integrity gotta be. Integrity to me is just doing what you're supposed to do when nobody's watching. Yep. It ain't what I tell you in your face. Is when I leave. Yeah. How do I really feel about you? What I say about you? Do I protect your name? All like just basic things. And I would say third would be the third thing would just be I value, like I stick to, is like to have more appreciation for life. Being grateful. Like I'm not satisfied, I'm not comfortable, but I'm not ungrateful either.
Real shit.
I'm just grateful. for life, and I value being grateful because a lot of people be ungrateful, bro.
Yeah,
with some of the
100%.
best plates you can give a nigga, and they still be
100%.
like, damn, bro, where the Hawaiian bun at?
On the niggas, man.
So yeah, that's the 3.
I appreciate that. So the last thing is called get it off your chest, and basically that's just what you preach on a daily basis, and getting off that. Hey, so can we get a 30-second? You ain't gotta give us the whole minute. I know that's your. Can you give us a check this off, boss? 30 seconds.
I think I can. Hold on, let me see. Hey, check this out, boss. You gotta make sure in life you don't do nothing or make no decisions out of desperation. Because a lot of people be making decisions out of desperation. And when you make a decision out of desperation, it can cost you your life, cost you your freedom, and your values and morals. Because people will do things out of desperation. And if you got friends around you, my nigga, I promise you, have people around you that will check you and advise you to not to do things out of desperation. You cannot have faith and not do the work. People be talking about they believe when it's convenient for them. How you believe in something bigger than you, but you doing things out of desperation continuously. We all have done things. Once you aware of it, bro, don't never ever do nothing out of desperation, my nigga. Them the most worst decisions we make in life. Like, you left the streets alone, my nigga. You said you was done. Money slowed up. You trying to pay a bill, and the first thing you think about is go back to the block. Making a decision out of desperation that's gonna cost you your freedom, further take you away from your kids, take you away from life, my nigga. You gotta really have faith, spiritual nigga, real man praying. You gotta find strength in your vulnerability and power and vulnerability, my nigga. It's a lot of power in it. Believe that.
Man, and it's been the King Teeth Network. I gotta shake your hand. I truly appreciate you being here. This is Milwaukee, Cleveland collaboration. Playmaker, Uncle Joe. I appreciate you. 414. We coming. All right, we coming.
Facts.
We appreciate you. It's the King Teeth Network. Peace.
Damn, shit getting real.